Okay, so the focus of this is when everything's crumbling around you and like your whole life seems like it's going to pieces, have the guts to make a major change. Whatever that is for you. Don't stay in a marriage. Don't keep doing something you don't want to do. Don't stay in the job if you feel stuck. Make a major change. Okay, so here I am. The stockbroker broke up with me. I was working for an asphalt paving company, and you can't pave in the winter, so we would accumulate vacation. I'd worked for them for almost 7 years during the 70s, so I'd accumulated a lot of vacation. And that's going to be important in a little while, but let me digress and go back. So I was then, after the stockbroker decided that for sure I was not going to be tied down with one guy. And I dated a lot. And our next door neighbor, I lived above a bakery, and he lived there with his parents, and I just fell in love with him. I really did, and didn't want to get married, but I loved that man. And he went away to college. He was 7 years younger than me. And I discovered I liked younger guys. And when he came home from college one Christmas, we were at a party at my girlfriend's house, and we're standing in the kitchen. You know how those times when it's like emblazoned in your mind, and the whole thing is so surreal. He told me, now I know what love is. And I thought, oh, that's great, me. And he said, I'm in love with Tom. Okay? So the man that I thought I finally fell in love with after all these years, this is the end of the 70s, came out in the middle of all of that. So obviously that wasn't going to happen. And then I decided I was going to move to California. I was just going to get out of Dodge, okay? Just get away from everything and just be myself and allow myself to blossom in any way that I had an opportunity to. I really felt like everyone was holding me back, that my heritage and my family and all my friends, they all kind of pigeonholed me into a certain way. And I didn't want to do that. So I decided to move to California. I took my 7 weeks vacation, well, it was actually 6 weeks then, 6 weeks vacation, and I drove across country. And this was after meeting a guy in Cleveland that moved to Santa Barbara. And I went to visit him first in Santa Barbara. I went to for Thanksgiving. Oh God, and I loved California. It was just unbelievable. But I knew I didn't want to live in Santa Barbara. It was, you either had to have a lot of money or you were serving people that had a lot of money. So I drove across country that winter, and I stayed 4 days in San Diego, LA, San Jose, of course, Santa Barbara, visiting that guy, and San Francisco. And I decided that LA was where I was going to live. It actually had the best for me in all the things that I wanted. So I came back and said, I'm moving to LA next winter. And they went, yeah, right. Well, I did. And I can't begin to tell you, when I drove across that border to LA, well, not LA, but to California, I left January 29th. There was 4 feet of snow on the ground. It was 9 below, okay? I pulled across the border February 6th into California, and I just threw my arms up and said, I love California. And it really did change my life. Stay tuned.